Good morning, guys. A quick video on using Excel with the remouse macro files. I have a link with the previous video on using the remouse and saving the files, but once you have your macro files saved up using remouse and you want to call them, maybe using a spreadsheet like Excel, here's how you would do that. So you would run Excel, run it as administrator. All right? Yes. Now, you should have a developer tab. If you do not have a developer tab on the ribbon, you need to add that. And in order to add that, you would come under File, right? Options. Right. And you want to customize your ribbon, right? And then over here you should have a developer option, right? Now you need to make sure that's checked and click OK. All right. The next thing you need to do to set up Excel to run these, come back under File, Options. Go to your Trust Center. Come over here to the Trust Center settings. Click on your macro settings and make sure that you have enable all macros. Right? So that'll be able to run that. So that's got to be checked. Okay, and click OK. So now you're set up, right? And I'll load up my example so you can see what I'm talking about. All right. So here are the three little macro buttons, and they call my remouse saved macro files. So I'll show you, and I have this set over here for locking rudge because I don't want it losing it over here. So what this does is I have a remouse saved macro file, and it applies 55% of spin on the ball. All right. So it's also important to have your WGT screen in the same position where you executed your and saved your remouse files. So I think I'm in the right area. So what we'll do is we'll click on it, and that'll apply 55% of backspin on the ball down below. So it's executing this automatically. All right. Forewarn that you still have to hit the dang line yourself, right? So now let's say I want to put 98% of power with this backspin. So I'll give Excel focus by clicking on it and click 98%, and that'll execute the 98% saved file, right? I still have to click it though on a downswing, right? So as you see, it put 98% of power and 55% of backspin on the ball. Right? I'll have a text file of the code, but anyway, if you wanted to put a new one on, you would come to your developer tab, and under your developer tab here you have an insert, and you'd like to insert a button. You now draw it, right? All right. So then this will be a new macro, right? And you'll see this. You would get rid of this, right? And then you would paste in the code from the text file that I'll give you. All right, and this is the code from the text file. The only thing you have to change is right here, the file name. Where is your remouse file? Your RMS files that you saved, right? So now let's see that I want to put 88 backspin on there. Well, I have it already saved, and I called it 88 backspin.rms using the remouse. So I changed that, close it, right? Now come back into here, right? I'll right click on it and I'll edit the text. I'll call it -88. That was my backspin. And there. So now I have that saved. It's -88. I could right click on it and then resize it around, whatever, you know, and move it, type of thing. Right? And right click again, make that. Alright, so now I have that positioned. I'll right click it one more time and I'll assign a macro to it. And that's going to be my button 4, right? Because, and I'll click OK. 1 button, 2 button, 3 button, 4 button, right? So now that's saved. We'll bring it up here again. Alright, so now I want to put in 88% backspin, right? I'll click 88. It'll execute the macro. Oop, I must have moved my window or something. Again, you got to make sure that your WGT window is in the same position when you did your real mouse recordings. So I must have had it off a little bit. So we'll click it. Now we should put 88% backspin on the ball, right? And I want to put 90% backspin or 90% power, right? So that it executes the mouse macro that was saved, and it would have put 90% backspin. I have to click the ding manually on the downswing. So as you see, there's 90% power and 88% backspin. That's what I recorded. So anyway, that's how you would run it in Excel to run your macros from the real mouse files. And real mouse doesn't even have to be running. It's going to execute the program and call the file. And again, I will, this code here will be in a text file, and all you have to do is copy and paste it in to your button assignments, and then just change it, you know, just change this file path to wherever your real mouse saved files are. So I'll have that in text file. You could copy and a link to the previous video of using the real mouse. So anyway, that's how you do it. Take care.